Hello everyone, welcome to Rachel Pichler Yoga. In case we haven't met before, my name is Rachel. Today we're keeping things short and sweet. We're going to be focusing on frog pose, which is a lovely, lovely hip opener. I'm going to use my bolster or a pillow of some kind, as well as a blanket I'm going to roll over to be cushion for my knees. So find a little bit of space to move, maybe a few props, and let's get started. So we will begin today on our knees, getting ready to go into frog pose. So if you don't have a blanket to use, you can roll your mat up a couple times. Some cushion under the knees is really nice because we are going to be here for a little bit of time. I'm also going to lay on my pillow here. This is going to come underneath my tummy and my chest. And yeah, let's set this up. So once you have your cushions for your knees, bring your knees out as wide as you can. You can start by bringing your big toes together, and a lot different than child's pose. As you send your hips back towards your heels, your knees are so wide that hopefully your hips can't touch your heels. And then we're gonna start to walk our feet out a little wider. Maybe they will come to be in line with the knees. You might be resting on the inner edges of your feet. And I like to be on a blanket for frog pose just because my knees, as my hips start to open up, my knees can slide a little bit easier than on the mat because it's a little bit stickier, kind of holds you in place a little better. But that's just if you have a blanket available. So once your knees are out wide, your feet are out wide, you can start to lower your upper body. If you've got a pillow to lay on, great. You can rest a cheek. I'll let you know when to switch sides. The goal of the day is to relax in this very, very intense pose. The challenge is to breathe through the discomfort, through the stretch, but also to acknowledge if you're no longer stretching and you're just gone into a little bit too far of a place where it's now described as pain. We don't want to be in pain. We want to be in a nice, intense stretch. So melt it down or hold yourself up from your forearms, close your eyes, and settle in. As we stay here in the same place for a few moments, the mind can start to race. The shoulders can start to lift up and try to find the ears. The jaw can clench. So if you notice any of those things happening as you stay here a little bit longer and a little bit longer, just come back to the breath. Tune everything else out. And maybe just notice your hips slowly opening up a little bit more and a little bit more. And if you are resting on one cheek, you might want to switch sides. Taking another breath or two before you start to move. And as you do lift your chest up, I want you to gently encourage your hips back towards your heels, just a smidge more. Get that last nice bit of openness through the hips. And then very gracefully, you can start to bring your toes together and your knees too. There's no really best way to come out of frog. Maybe you'll sit back on your heels with your knees together. Maybe you're in tabletop, but just close your eyes and notice how you feel and what you feel. Were you able to find that sweet spot where you were getting a nice deep hip opener, where you were able to breathe through the stretch and stay in it? Maybe you went too far, too quick. But you can start to bring your hands together in front of your heart if you'd like. And thank you so much for joining me today. That is it. That is all. Thank you for being here. Enjoy the rest of your day. And until next time, namaste.